Hot. Hey everyone, we're back. Sorry for the delay. As we said, we're starting early, and technically now only 14 minutes early. I mean, really like a half hour when you think about it, because it takes us 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes after Splash anyway. But it's okay. We're here. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Second to last episode of Isekai University. Actually, Omega is having a sick day and cannot make it, but we are here today, the rest of us, to play. And we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go around and introduce ourselves and awkward questions and all that kind of stuff. So Ali, go ahead, friend.
Right. Hi, everyone. My name is Raul Hamner Gonzalez Enriquez, but you can call me Ali. And on the internet, I go by Lycus D. Stratus. Uh, in terms of an awkward question for the gang, what early 2000s style horrible internet video was the first thing to ruin your beautiful virgin eyes? For
For the
me, in
character
real
or
life,
ourselves?
I mean, whichever one you want, really, but preferably the character. I think would be funny. Uh, for me personally, it was Lemon Party. It was fun.
Yeah, fun.
Listen, collective therapy is in need, but who cares? We'll deal with that later.
Well, hey, y'all, I'm Crimson Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. And I'm playing Elspeth Cytops, L for short. And she is a aberrant mind sorcerer bard. And
Could you check your mic, please, on subtitles? Sorry.
I have it open. Oh, is this better?
Yes.
Is it working?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
But yes, as for an internet meme that ruined her, I was gonna say something easy that's not that bad, like anything from Newgrounds, but now I just kind of want to be honest. It was definitely Pain Olympics.
If you know what that is, you're damaged.
Yeah.
I know what that is. Hi, I'm John the Joker. Today I'll be playing Derek Plainview, who is a druid playing Circle of the Shepherd and Cleric. I guess, like, for Derek, that's probably going to be, like, I don't know. I so badly want to just be like YouTube for kids, because that shit is terrifying. Yeah, do yourself a favor, turn that on, just spend a day. But I would guess, like, yeah, no, for Derek that would be it. For John, it'd be like You're the Man Now dog pages, just for 3 hours at a time. Yeah, not good. Old internet was weird. Anyways.
Well, I'm about to end all of you. So hi everyone, I'm Val. Today I bring to you Ashlyn, our not centaur fighter warlock. As far as old internet memes that ruined me and her, I think for her personally, because I know it ruined it for me. But for her, I'm thinking it might have been not so much a meme, it's just maybe she discovered Bad Dragon a little too soon in her life. But also maybe fanfiction.net, not even AO3, just straight up, like, and she learned what lemons and limes were on that. For me personally, the thing that just ruined the internet for me for like a good like couple of years was just straight up Goatsy. I'm just gonna say it. Like, just like when Ollie gave us this question, it's like, what fucking ruined it for me? Like, two things popped up. It's like Goatsy and cake farts. Like, those are the two things that just.
Anyways.
Yep. So see, I have been on the weird part of the internet for a really long time because I am 36 years old. I am an elder millennial. I got my first internet capabilities in the year 2000, and it has not been a good, like. Hi everyone, this is a viewer-affected game. You cannot give us goatsy or cake farts in this game, but you can, in fact, influence this game with your bit subs and donations. Every 100 biddies gives a reroll to anyone that you see here in the channel. When you subscribe or give subs to the channel, you can give us nat 20s, and we are in the second to last episode. We are going to have a season 2, so don't worry about overpaying, because that will roll over when we come back to this. Whenever we come back to this sort of thing, it'll either roll over, or if the players want to give that as a donation, I will meet it for Extra Life instead come November. But other than that, if you want to donate money, sliding scale, you can make weird shit happen. You know what? I lied. Like, here's the thing is that, like, if you do want those old terrible internet memes to happen, it'll happen. It'll just cost you money, because I might get banned if it happens for temporarily, and you need to financially support me during that time. So again, $10,000. We'll also stop. Like, we'll have to stop at that point, and then we will just be live on Plexstorm. I don't know.
Just stare at each other for 3 hours.
But wow, this got real weird real fast. But like, I blame Ollie and his question, but it's also my fault because I have y'all also do these questions. I'm done. You can do this kind of stuff. So here we are, playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I have to pee though, so everyone else can get started. And yeah, start us off, friend.
Oh, right. So last we left off, a unicorn had ripped its way into this meeting room. Right now, the team is at a long table down underneath the small city of the unliving. Here you find the dropouts, who are all dressed like Matrix characters. Like, they dressed up, but in a very specific direction. And at the other side of
I lean over to Elle and I'm like, did we miss like instructions for this meeting or something? Like, I feel like severely
I think
underdressed.
this is just like who they are. I don't know.
They're a leather club?
You see that they've all taken their own custom version of dressing up to be look like you're in the Matrix, but with a real nice twist on it. And excuse me, on the other side of the table is a group of 3 fey creatures: a unicorn, a fairy that you're quite familiar with, and a mist that seems to be alive. So
That's we're waiting for our friend to get back from the bathroom before we formally join. But hello, everybody.
I look into the ethereal plane and be like, hey, this meeting is for you too. Just let me know what you need.
So as you're looking into the ethereal plane, you see some of the forces in here, because there are many, even though they are one. Kind of nod along, like, oh, okay. But you also see that they sort of wrap around the mist, kind of keeping its distance from it. Not in a they can't go in here sort of way, but in a I'm not talking to you, and to not talk to you in the realm of magic means to just stay away from you sort of way. So there is already some sort of beef, as far as you can tell, going on with magic and the Fey Mist. So,
Just the magic
all right.
equivalent of sucking your teeth.
as Ashlyn makes her way down into this meeting, you actually find that you have a message from Ezra that simply reads, "Something came up. I think I have a plan. Don't worry about me. I'll be back in a day or 2.
There's
maybe more.
Yeah, she's kind of a little flustered at this. Which, by the way, she has her glam on to where she looks like Ashlyn from the world before, sort of thing. Just because it does take time. Like she doesn't want to waste her magic item, her polymorph magic. So, that's just something I have to keep in mind if I get into a fight. But she's just a little surprised considering like this is how, but at the same time trust him, right? Because like she knows that like she'll text him back and is like, "Don't worry, I will advocate for you." And yeah.
You don't get a response back, unfortunately.
That's anxiety inducing. like, okay. Okay.
Damn, left you on red.
I know.
Didn't even open it up.
It didn't even go on it didn't even get opened. But it's okay. But the thing is, like, if it was left on red, that would be an anxiety inducing. But like, not being on red just means like, oh, something's going on, something's busy, right? Like that's what that indicates. At least to Ashlyn's mind. So yeah, she'll just go and like pocket her magic phone and go to this meeting as herself, which is kind of strange for her.
So as you come in, Brennan steps up and welcome everyone. So I don't want to waste any time. There's a lot going on. So this is what we're here to talk about. You have plans and hopes for the future involving a grand scope. We have our own thoughts and plans. The Fae have things they need. We're going to say what we want and what we need, and then we're going to see if we can find a way to meet in the middle. Deal?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Agreeable.
Good. Would you like to start?
Actually, like, why don't you start, because it sounds like you have the needs and need the means, and we more or less have the means.
But
Okay.
need to know the need.
But we need to know the needs. Yeah.
A plus B equals Q. That makes sense to me.
No, that doesn't. Hold on. That does not make sense at all.
How do letters have numerical value?
Okay. So here's the thing. You guys have a great deal of God shards. This is something we're aware of.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few that you shared with us so as to protect our town for now. But we also have one other thing. And the character that came about a little while ago, Sam, he sort of popped back up and shows you this device that he brought around earlier. This allows shards to be fused back together. Up until now, that wasn't a possibility. We could only ever separate them. Which is why, from what we understand, the Dean was creating an artificial god thing because he couldn't make a stone large enough to do what he needed. Now we can, if we collect enough of them. And the Fae believe they have ways of utilizing the stone that might be beneficial to everyone. We here, the Dropouts, we want to take the world back to being mundane. That's what we want. And I understand that might be an unpleasant idea in various ways. We're all willing to communicate.
I guess my question is, why do you want it to be mundane? we've made some observations here, where I'm just here playing devil's advocate. Like we also have someone on our team that feels that might actually be necessary. But again, just playing some devil's advocate here. Because it kind of seems, at least here, there are ways that the power structure can be fought that can't be fought into the mundane world. Like, do you have some sort of plan to be able to make sure that like, for some people it's just going to end up worse again? And like, have you taken that into consideration, and what is your plan beyond that? Because the thing is that in the mundane world,
if it's just go back to the status quo of the way things used to be, then people are going to be suffering every day of their life with no scope of making that change, because the positions that hold the power will not let it go, and our fighting against it will be a lot less effective because we won't have the power to actually make them stick to their changes.
Mm-hmm. What about you, big green fella?
Derek has been like very kind of in his own head, not really listening. He just kind of pops up and he goes, we've been talking a lot about what we're willing to die for, what we're willing to sacrifice, and you're talking about making the world mundane again. I feel like that's handicapping ourselves. I feel like that's taking away a tool that we could use to, like what Elle said, to better ourselves, to give ourselves the power to fight these oppressive things that occur beyond our borders, beyond our capabilities, without this magic. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, what are you willing to live for?
Okay.
No.
So
what are you willing to live for? What keeps you fighting?
I think that we all want the same thing. We want equality, prosperity, the ideals of what it should be. Here's the thing that I think is a bit of a barrier for us right now. You have been awakened very recently. You have not really seen much outside of this community, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we kind of just got here. Feels like it's only been a week or so, if that.
Mm-hmm. A very dense week.
Yeah.
Like I have arms now. I got both my arms now! Wait!
They all look at you like, but you had arms before. Also, you had legs. Like, no one's saying anything because it'd be real rude. But they're definitely looking at you like
I still have legs. Oh, I'm just I have a glamour on right now that I just didn't feel like taking off. And the thing is that like as she looks and as she says glamour, because she's very plain, like just short brunette, little artsy fartsy 20-year-old. Like it's very not glamorous. But the sense of glamour is kind of hilarious. But she was. It is rude. It is rude. You're being very rude. This is just how I look today. Okay, sometimes I'm gonna look like a cute pony girl. That's not today. This is me today. Okay, we're gonna be like this today. Like, mind your business.
I mean, you still look cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
see,
no problem here.
That's how you're supposed to go about it. I guess kind of what our concern is, and I know you're saying that we haven't been here long, we haven't seen everything, but we've seen enough.
What I'm saying is you haven't. No offense to you. I know that you've seen a lot. I know you have. I understand you have.
Want to know what I've been thinking for my plan of action to be?
Of course, that's what
I
this is for.
I actually want to go out there. I want to see everything. I want to talk to all of the gods that exist, and those who aren't willing to work for the people, I want to tear them down off their pedestals. I want to make this world as good as it can be. And on top of that, I want to bring everyone's lives back into this world where they can have the power to stand up and fight.
Yes, that would be the perfect scenario. Here's the thing. You talk about the gods as if they have a will. You're thinking of them in the way that you perceive them. You see them as these personified things. And that makes sense because that's the only way we can understand them. But they are just an idea that persists.
And we make better ideas.
I've actually seen them. I accidentally made a god recently.
That's incredible. Truly. Second, that's not without the realm of truth and possibility. What I'm saying is, just because you see it doesn't mean that's all it is. There's a limitation to what we see and understand.
So your plan is to just nuke this world, take away its abilities and magical nature, and hope that the gods don't reform themselves. You said it yourself, they're ideas. You can't kill an idea.
What I want is to take us into a world where influences like the Dean can't have access to power beyond the scope of our imagining. I want a world where even the most powerful person can't literally unmake reality. I know that the potential for us to have power and assist is intoxicating. I want to help everyone. But wanting to help, wanting the power to help, is still wanting power, wanting control over the scenario.
Well, yeah.
I know that people will be hurt. We know people will be in danger. But out there right now, right this second, in this reality, people have not only the exact same lives that they had before, worse lives, more lost selves. There is on a regular the potential for a true loss of self, of ego, in a way that doesn't exist in the mundane world. In the other world, I was a sphinx. I lived for thousands of years. I saw the world end multiple times. The potential for power that comes with magic is so great that the potential for cruelty is unimaginable. I merely want to lower the potential. And I understand that that's an issue. And you want to do something that's great and wonderful too. And I want to see if there's a middle ground. That's all we want.
You see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing right there. The people who have all of that power in this world are doing that in the mundane world with less and less viable options for us to fight back against it. Fucking climate change, like greenhouse gas emissions. Hell, the Supreme Court is so fucked up and they have ultimate control and we can't do anything about it. Like, you say that it's a greater chance for them to do more harm, but as it is, the mundane world is heading to the end. It's heading to oblivion. There's nothing that anyone can do about it.
So what do you suggest? What can you do here? Do you believe that you can take apart the concepts that exist as gods and replace them with yourselves? For how long?
I don't want to replace the concepts. I want the concepts to grow in understanding. I want everything to be I want the concepts to filter through a lens of consent for all people.
Well, at that point, you're controlling the thoughts of people, because the people are the ones that think, that believe, that see, and then ideas spawn. New gods are created just by thinking, some in a more intense way, such as I'm sure yours was, but others just a spark of an idea that never existed becomes a new god, potentially. The idea that you could control consensus, that scares me. The idea that you want to control consensus also scares me.
I don't want to control consensus. I want everyone to understand what consent is and means. That's all I want. I want the new gods that are born to be born out of an understanding of do no harm unless that person means to do harm to you.
Look, I'm just some simple hayseed from Tennessee. I don't really have the words nor the book learning to really describe kind of where I'm at, but I don't want to control what people think or ideals that they have. But you can change you can change how you think. Ideals die all the time, naturally. I mean, you can't keep the same crop going forever. Eventually, the land's going to give up on it. You can't expect to just eliminate the power of the ideal. You have to learn how to counteract that ideal, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not really good with the words, but I feel like your plan is you want to do harm reduction. But the problem is that the only way to reduce this harm is to counterattack. You can't just sit on the sidelines or try to nuke heaven to fix it. And if that's the only option we got, then I don't know. I don't see that working because, like you said, ideas continue to grow.
And I think I kind of want to come back and reiterate, like, you want to just make everything mundane again the way that things were, and that's all good and fine. I'm not even opposed to that, but at the same time, there's no actual plan past that point. And I don't want to quite also give up on this world to see if there's not a solution here for there. So to do it now and to work towards that, I don't think we have right now in this space enough actual questions answered. We have too many questions. Nothing is answered yet. And I think we are passing up the potential of finding those answers here, because the thing is that we have probably the ability to go back with this power at any point. But once we're back, that power is gone. We should take advantage of this space while we're here to actually find answers.
That's fair. With that, I would like to bring in the Fae into the conversation. They have less wants and more needs and answers. They are more connected to that higher level God stuff than we are. And I know you guys probably have a lot of questions. Let's share with them and see what is even possible.
So what do you want? What are the needs of the Fae?
The kind of pot-bellied foreman fairy ghost to speak. before their entire head is just enveloped in the fog. And the unicorn, hi, I forgot what my name was when the DM introduced me, but I go by Altair now.
Like from the
Yep.
video game?
Exactly.
Okay.
I like Stardew Valley.
That is a very calming game. I've watched many hours of it. Now, the only thing we have need for is, unfortunately, stability. Right now, the world is literally falling apart. Have you ever broken a piece of soap in half and then held it back, got it wet, and put them back together, and they sort of reshape?
Yeah.
That's what the world is right now. Barely holding together. Right now, we have the majority of the fairy with him as the monitor and organizer, trying to rebuild the pieces that are breaking apart. Other fae like myself, trying to collect as much magic as possible to be the lubricant or glue that holds things together for that amount of time. That's why we've been asking for fae out in the regular world to donate some of their spell slots.
Yeah, I've already given y'all like 30 spell slots or close to it.
Yeah, and that's been an incredible help. But this is literally an endless job, and it's something we can't do forever.
I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. There's no guarantee this works. There's no guarantee that anything stays stable. There's no guarantee that both worlds don't get destroyed or all worlds get destroyed. So why are you so damn important compared to us?
Oh, we're not. We're just running up a hill trying to stay stable.
We all are. So
sorry.
So what I'm trying to get across to you is everybody's willing to give up everything right now. Everything's on the table. We can't grant you stability. That's not. We don't. No one has that to give away. If we had that to give away, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in.
I know that. I'm wanted for everyone, not just us.
You can't guarantee that. I guarantee you that I'll give you the Western Sky. There. That's just as easy as guaranteeing stability after fighting this thing. Or going with
Maybe
the plan of the
is the wrong word. I'm not saying stability in that way. I'm saying that the chance the world falls apart is literally not around the corner. You understand, we are literally working around the clock all day just to make sure we all don't die. This is not a thing that they know how to do well. We are trying our best.
That explains a lot, actually, now that I think about it. But
I'll do what I can.
Yeah,
even if it kills me.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're doing more than many. This is not what we're saying. We're not asking you to do more. We're saying this is where we are at. This is where the world is at. And because you are all now on this level, you have the right, and everyone has the right, really, but you have some ability to do something, if anything, about it. You want to potentially change the world. They want to change the world as well. We're here to let you know that it is possible. Dangerous, but possible.
I look over at Elle and I'm like, yeah, we have the potential to change everything, and they're asking us not to, or at least considering not to.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
I've already changed the world. who knows what the dominion of a brand new god is going to be? Like, for all we know, that could be the force that ties everything together. If not, I might be able to make something like that happen just by the power that the god shards give me. It might take my life, but that's a worthy trade.
And I've also kind of been flirting around with cosmic energy as well. Yeah. I point at Brennan. You've been a protector of this town, and I've seen you do great work. You have the ability to make change. I point at Emily and fuck, I forgot
Murph.
Murph. I point at Emily and Murph. You two charged into a highly fortified place to get us out, to get our friends out. You have the ability to do better. I point at Lou and I point at everybody else that's at that table. Each and every one of you have the ability to make this place better. So you know what that means? If you have the ability to do something, you have the responsibility to act. And we can't just hush away this power. It's not a desire for power. I have no desire to do these things. I have, you can ask all the people that I've been with. I have never once wanted to be anything more than who I am. But I saw the ability to make to ability to change situations.
Every decision I've made since I've been here is just the best option I could think of at the time. I've not been trying to covet any of this power. I'm just doing what feels like the right action when it comes up.
Inaction is violence. To strip away the power from us and not know if it's going to work on them,
that's besides the point.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. Our power in the scope of it doesn't matter. I'm willing to give my power completely up if that's what it takes. I don't want this power. I was just brought into this world and I'm suddenly like this divine being. Who the fuck made up that rule?
So as you were saying this, you could see Erica was getting more and more red-faced gradually until she eventually is kind of slammed on the desk. You think we haven't been trying to fix things? We built an entire fucking town. We've done the best we can. We've tried to resist and fight back. We didn't have the ability to do this grand scope thing until literally days ago when someone who lost a lot built something incredible. What we want is to limit suffering. And yeah, our plan is different than yours, but it's the same fucking thing we want. So how about you cut us some fucking slack? As she's like freaking out, and Lou goes over like, whoa. Hey, we're just trying to talk here. Like we said, you want things, we want things, but truly we want a very similar thing.
I do entirely hear what you're saying. I'm not saying y'all didn't do what you could. Like, honestly, I feel like us coming into this world shifted the power structure a little bit. Like, we didn't ask for this power, but we have a lot of it. And I want to make your job easier. I was looking for a way to keep this town protected. That's what I wanted to do first and foremost. Like, you all are doing amazing work, and I'm in awe that you are able to do what you have done. Building a town like this that's actually like egalitarian and trying to let everyone have the rights they deserve in a world that's probably full of the worst types of strife, that's a fucking achievement. And I'm just saying, we haven't had the opportunity to try yet. All I want to do is try.
You can see Erica calm down. It's like, I'm sorry. I took a level in Barbarian, and it's different. But I am sorry. So the Fae say that we have the chance to change things. What I think we all agree that bringing people back who aren't able to exist right now is kind of a big deal. It sounded like that was one of your priorities. That's one of ours. Limiting power is one of the things we really want.
I definitely see that. And honestly, I'm right there with you. I think that if the God shards exist, people should only be able to hold on to them for so long before they have to give them up. And it should be led by the people. The people should get to decide who holds that power at what time. Like, I know that just sounds like some voting bullshit, but
Sorry.
Altair comes up, well, with magic, any kind of bullshit is possible. So, if this is what we're thinking of, a world where we bring back the lost and allow power through consensus, I'm not sure how much consensus there will be, but we can at least create the infrastructure for that. But we can't do that. The only one who can really reshape reality, or just, like I said, holding it together, is reality. He's also called Julius.
Does he just hold this reality together or the entirety of reality?
He is reality.
So he is a multiversal. He's multiversal reality.
Yes, and then he shattered, and now we're kind of doing his maintenance for him, which is kind of the problem that we're having. That's his heart is the God shards you guys hold. Put it back in him with, our hands on the pot, we might be able to at least control reality to some extent and establish these rules. But I don't think anyone should have constant control. Once we establish these rules, we have to let our hands off and let the world grow.
I agree. I want to look into the magic right now and ask what it wants.
Okay. So you look around and go ahead and roll like an insight for me.
I don't even have my dice out.
While you get that out, Altair is gonna be like, Derek, I believe.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. They give you their horn. They don't really.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do we touch horns? Do we touch tips? Is that like
normally? Yes. If you don't, I understand. Better. But they stop. They clock backwards. Okay, sorry. You seemed I don't think you enjoyed that idea very much. Is that a problem for you?
The problem with that idea is it implies that there's chance. It implies that you're better than anyone else at this table. That's
no
issue with that.
We don't want our hands in this pot either. I'm just saying I don't think anyone should have that control.
This ain't a pot, man. This is a hot tub. Everyone's waist deep right now.
Yeah.
And we're boiling.
And that's the dangerous part. I'm saying we get the fuck out and let whatever happens.
So you want to have like an out of the frying pan into the fire sort of situation is what it sounds like. Like, no, again, that's also just kind of like, I'm just going to repeat myself, but that's also the thing. It's that like sure, both of these things kind of blow, but you haven't given like a convincing plan or option. Like you haven't, like nothing's like, I'm not convinced, kind of thing. Like, and I don't, and the thing is that like I don't think that, sure, it's your, like, you have a say so in this. I forgot your name, but
I think it's Ezio or something.
oh yeah, Altair, after the video game character.
Altair.
By the way, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I love video games, and I've been trying to hide it. But anyway, listen, I have somebody who would benefit from going back in a sense, but I'm one of the most selfish persons here, and I even find this all a little selfish, if that makes sense. And I don't think you or us 100%, like I said, have the answers. I still don't think we have the answers. And we're going to go. Yeah, not it.
Yeah, running away is not an option. Because here's the thing. You might be able to get away. You might be able to get as far away from these problems as you can, and maybe it'll protect you. But what about the ones that don't have your means and don't have the ability to just pick everything up and go? What about them?
Then they're going to die, just like the ones who can't do it right now.
Also, can we also kind of like point it out here? Like, yes, that is a point, and that's kind of, I'm looking at you like that was a very casual answer about that. But can we also just point out the fact that if we just figure out how to go back, it doesn't actually create any stability within the multiverse, and this can all happen again, and we could actually end up in a worse situation. Like, the thing is that it doesn't unbreak things. It's broken. The whole system is broken right now. So just going back is a temporary solution anyway. And don't get me wrong, like I don't think temporary solutions are a bad thing because it gives us time. But I don't see us having time or means there compared to the means and time that we have here. We have access to the thing, the brokenness there. We didn't have access to that. There's no, like, we have the access here. Or we are a better chance of an access here. Like, at least the God shards and the heart is here for the guy who is the multiversal reality, like kind of thing. Like, it doesn't fix anything.
So that was a 17 on that insight check for the magic.
Okay. So with all that, I'll tell you, takes a moment and goes, and like he puts his hooves on the table, like he's trying to steeple his fingers, but doesn't have the means to do this. Exactly. And okay. Again, we have no real desire for one thing or the other. We Fae merely wish for the world to not be in constant peril. We can offer you the means to create the thing you want. They also have the means to do the thing they want. You can't, while he's sort of blabbling, Elle, what you see is that there is a wild a wild frenzy in the world of magic itself, as some of the magic wants to just cease to be. Being an entity that has become magic is sort of like stretching your consciousness out over a great period of space and time. It's not something people like. So a fair amount of it was just like wishing to cease. But there is more consensus towards wanting to fight, wanting to create, wanting the potential. what I'm saying isn't we run away. That's not my intention. I'm saying that if we create the world that we are looking for, one where the missing people are brought back, one where access to limitless power is withheld through consensus in some magical way. Potentially, as you're saying, some way to safeguard from this in the future. Perhaps that is to expel the manifestations of gods, limit them to ideas like they were before.
You want to make a prison?
Well,
Maybe a fence is more like it, but yeah.
I can tell you right now, the magic wants to fight. The magic wants to fight for the world that everyone can be good in. There's a lot of it that just wants to stop being, stop existing altogether. But the vast majority of magic wants to fight for this ideal world. I can see into the ethereal realm, and this is what it's showing me.
Okay. And
I think that their consent is important as well.
In that case, Altair looks over to the dropouts and kind of just, so with this, would you be okay with them leading the recreation for this somewhat magical world?
You know
and
what?
The dropouts kind of.
Oh, they were asking the dropouts about us. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They nod. We don't know you very well, but you've shown yourself to be trustworthy, and based on what you want, you know, even if it doesn't work out, it's something, and it has the potential to be better than right now, and that might be the best we can ask for.
You
know, think you're capable?
I don't know. Try. I don't know if I'm capable. I don't know if anyone is, but I'm willing to fight for it tooth and nail every step of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Derek puts out his hand to the I think say his name is Adam, the guy that made the little device. Sam, excuse me, I apologize. I reach out to Sam and I go, we'll take that just in case we fail.
I don't. He seems real like uncomfortable. I have lost a lot in learning to make this, and you guys don't have all the pieces yet. I don't of the God Heart. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
That's fine. We don't need it. It's okay. You can hold on to that. If we can't make this happen, we'll be back with as many pieces as we can collect.
Yeah. 2 thumbs up. And then a third mechanical hand comes up and gives you a thumbs up. So, do you guys know the means with which to do this?
Not really.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Ooh. I have plans to talk to that Ishmar guy.
They look at you with devastating concern. Why?
To see why he did what he did. To understand what that point of view is. To try to get behind the head of that. To see how we can make that idea understand.
You are a very understanding and brave individual. We obviously will tell you not to do anything or not do anything. He's sort of like half our dad of all the Fae, really. And as far as we understand, he's kind of hard to understand. He kind of just thinks of a thing and then does the thing with zero to no plan as to what that means.
I
All we're
mean
saying is be careful.
that you know of. The thing is that like you say that he's kind of like your dad, but parents don't necessarily tell their children everything. Um, so the thing is, it's not even just that. It's like understanding the source of why things are done can also help look for signs in the future of preventing things like if we don't know what the red flags are, how are we supposed to redirect?
Valiant and fair point.
Yeah, I know. I used to be a goddamn queen. I know what I'm doing.
Well, good for you all.
I don't know. I wasn't a queen.
I mean, I was never really anything in any other world. I just kind of was famous in the mundane world. And then I come here and I found out that, like, my birth almost destroyed everything for the first time. And they kind of just sealed me over there to protect existence. So I feel like this might just be the chickens coming home to roost on me existing.
Hey, don't think like that. On one hand, yes, that happened. I'm sorry for that. On the other hand, not the first time that's happened.
So, okay.
Well, that does make me feel a little better.
It gives you like a really toothy horse smile.
I've always been a hayseed, like watching farms and stuff like that. Every world.
Well, now here you're giving your magic to goblin children, so.
It's true.
Oh, that wasn't a metaphor?
Oh no, that was serious.
No, that was like when you say give your magic to goblin children in this world, is that and the first thing you go to is metaphor? Like you really are mundane at heart, aren't you?
Oh god, nothing worse than like want to be like normal Fae people.
All right, like okay, let's here's what's up, team. I think that thanks for granting us some your trust into figuring this out. But now I think that we need to talk and go figure things out because, you know, the thing is that like when it comes down to it, if we're executing a plan, I kind of think less peanut gallery just so that we can actually have one is a little bit better for us. And we'll pitch it to you, of course, like when we're done figuring it out. But like we're not going to surprise plan you. But at the same time, I think we need to work some things out here.
Fine.
Yeah.
I just would like you to know, in terms of to make the thing you said you wanted reality, you need to collect the rest of the god shards. Mm-hmm. From what we understand, the bulk of what's left, you took all of that was in the administrative wing. There's a large piece, maybe two pieces in the Olympus area. Mm-hmm. And one pretty large piece in the club's hall. We could help you collect at least one of those.
Is Olympus the fighty place?
It is. We are not in good standing with the leader. We would heavily recommend y'all going in to get that one, preferably stealthy.
Oh yeah, I got a key, so it's fine.
They look.
She's just full of surprises. Don't worry.
Listen, I am so capable. Uh, it's fine.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go to Olympia if that's the plan to grab these shards and.
Well, my friends, my compadres. Like as we're, is that the plan? Looks over at the horse. Is this Inuyasha thing like what we are doing? Like, because we, as in us here, not you. I'm gonna point at the horse. Like, she's starting to kind of get to this point where it's like there's a lot of talking and not a lot of action, and so she's just like, this man is talking too much. Like BoJack is just too many words, and she's just like, all right, Ale, Derek. Are we collecting the Shikon jewel? Is that what's happening?
If that's what needs to happen, then I guess that's what needs to happen.
We need to have a contingency plan if we fail, and that's probably the best one. Because we do need a plan for failure. Just saying, and I have a plan on how to get where we need to get going. But it's gonna take dipping into my into the more basically I'm gonna have to go God mode, I guess is what they call it. I don't know. Is that anyways.
I guess since it's on the way, we could stop by the school first and try to hit up the clubs hall.
And just try to get like hit them both. Like here's my concern. Here is my concern. If I do like the idea of one person hitting one and the other person hitting the other, because like let's say we go to the club's hall and we're successful. Guess what? Security's ramping up at the other place.
True. Once one place goes off, the other one's probably
hit
do
them
it
at
as well.
you hit them
well,
at the same
we
time.
also have to keep in mind that like the god dude that I just said we're gonna talk to took a huge chunk of it from the statue, and we're gonna have to get the shards he's collected too.
It's easy. We're just gonna get a bunch of rocks together and blow up heaven. That's
you know what? We could just summon a dragon too. Like I hear that's also something that happens when you gather shards or pieces of something. Like we could just maybe we'll get a wish. I don't know.
I think that's only Dragon Ball.
I can make wishes.
Yeah, but like we don't want you to hurt yourself again, okay? That's a last case scenario, L, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Woo. All right, I guess I feel so confused and conflicted with a bunch of these options and the discussions, and it's just like it feels like nobody wants to do anything, but everybody wants to do something. I just need someone to point me in a direction and go.
This is very D&D meta right now. Listen, here's what's up. I got this key to Olympus. I was able to get it off of Muscle Monk Girl's boyfriend or friend. That it's a complicated situation, but we have the means to get in. And I don't think we should squander that opportunity. So that is where I vote that we hit.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Just let me walk into the middle of the room after activating the shard. I got this.
Okay. And I'm gonna turn to our fellow equine friend, and I'd be like, okay, sorry I cut you off there. I was just getting overwhelmed. Now, listen, good ideas. We're gonna hit Olympus. You're gonna get the clubhouse. Sound good?
Oh, I have to get back to work.
Okay, well, who were you
Reality.
suggesting? Sorry, to get the clubhouse.
He points the horn over to Lou and them,
Um,
and they're like,
I just
Well-
have one question for you, real quick. How many
yes.
spell levels would I have to put in it to make that a self-sustaining system?
I don't, my friend, that is an incredible, kind thing to think. I don't think that's possible from one person. Maybe if all creatures gave a spell a day, that would kind of hold itself over. But like, no.
Spell a day keeps the apocalypse away.
They clap their hooves. Yes.
I have a question with that. If you had a magical item that could hold spells and spell slots inside of it, would that help reduce the need to siphon spells off of us or people?
That unfortunately would still require someone to put magic into it.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, we got a plan. We gonna go to Olympus and get that god shard. Y'all motions to Lou Hadley.
We're gonna go to Olympus and win. Then we're
Yes.
gonna make a proclamation that everyone should give up a bit of their magic every day to help save the world. And then we're gonna have all of the shards gathered, and only then will we decide what we do with them.
I'm gonna like high five. Yeah, taxes. Like,
It's not taxes, it's literally preventing the end.
it
taxes.
is technically taxes.
Everyone else looks around, and goes taxes.
Like the thing, like that's how we can actually all help each other is paying a tax.
Yeah, but if we use the word taxes, no one is gonna want to do it.
True.
What if we called it like a spirit bomb?
Yeah, here's
Spirit
what's up.
bomb.
Yeah, spirit bomb. We
will-
need your magic for the
Yes.
spirit bomb that will save the world.
Yeah, we'll work. Yeah, we will definitely work on the wording because if I came up immediately with taxes, you know somebody else did. Is going to do it too. So we can work on the pitch on the way there.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. So with that, everybody kind of, shakes hands, thanks the unicorn man for spending time here, and then he runs off to collect more magic to throw into the pot of stitching that is holding the world together. But Elle, before everything leaves, the little mist of magic, this kind of comes over to you. And to everyone else, it speaks in like R2D2-esque sounds and shimmers, real whimsical. And to you, instead, it speaks more like all the other magic does. And it's like, hey, thanks for speaking for the others.
What's the deal with you all? Like, they seem like they were avoiding you. What's up with that?
Have you ever seen Mean Girls?
I have, yeah. That's a cult classic.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, except not. We did a thing and they didn't like it, and now we're not really allowed to hang out with them.
Oh, what did you try to do?
Did you try
I
to
tried
date
to create a-
somebody's ex?
If only. No, we tried to force a consensus, and it was kind of rude and bad. We've grown from that. But hey, I understand that we're not really welcomed, and that's okay. I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Like, honestly, it's not just about us that have flesh in the game, so to speak. It's everyone. Everyone deserves a say, and they're just as real as any of us.
So as you were talking about this, you see into the magic, like everywhere else did you see hundreds and thousands of souls. This one looked like there's one person that is this magical mist, and it starts to sort of form in your eyesight the shape of who it was, and you actually see a familiar face.
No?
Yeah, it's your acting teacher or whatever. She
Miss
has always
Talent.
had, yeah, she's always had a desire to sort of direct people, and that led her down the wrong path in this reality. Hey, I'm got my faith in you, and you get bardic inspiration for the day. 1 bardic inspiration.
Nice.
What size die is that?
1d8.
All
right. Because I believe you also still have negative to all strength and whatnot. Anyways, you guys are free to enact whatever the fuck you want to do, I guess.
So, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Ezra wasn't here.
Yeah. It would be hard to not notice.
Yeah. I got a text from him that said that he had a plan, but I don't know. But his plan for what? I don't know if it was a plan for just his personal situation or for the situation in general.
He's smart. He's probably working on something.
Yeah, I mean, he seems very intelligent, but yeah, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, hopefully it comes back and it's not like a...
So I guess that's sort of my question for the three of us is we're going into Olympus. We're fighting for a god shard, and we could use his help. So my question is, do we want to talk to reality first, or that god, that Fey god first, personally between us before we, and then go to Olympus?
Well, I'm pretty sure Olympus is where my sister is at right now, and she is working for him. I'm guessing this because we were in the hot tub up in the hot springs. I saw her fighting, and it looked like tournament style fighting almost. So I'm just assuming that's where she's at. Judging from what we know of Olympus. And I think it might be smarter to talk to her first. Honestly, I don't know if she'll even be semi-receptive, but I think we should try that first and see. Just because
your sister wants to stay here.
She does want to stay here, yes.
So I think actually, if we frame it and we're trying to make sure that she can stay here.
Well, honestly, I'm just going to tell her the truth about how I feel about everything. And you all know how that is. And hopefully she's receptive to the message because, I don't know. If what she ends up wanting is different from what I want, that's going to be hard, but it's going to be what has to happen.
It's the trouble with siblings, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can...
This is... God, this is a lot to fucking put...
Kind of miss class, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and I froze again. OBS disconnected. Okay. 3, mic's going hot. Hi everyone. Wow, everything is messed up. Oh, that's just because closed captioning. There we go. But also everything is messed up. Ollie and I need to switch. That's why. So hey, we're sitting here with some unstable internet on my end, so we're gonna have to cut this episode short. But we will have our season finale next week, and where we're also gonna be starting early, probably tacking on an extra hour on each end, so like a half hour on each end, just to make sure that we get through what we have to get through, and that we're all here for it, and hopefully, Tell Us will behave itself. For that, hi everyone, I'm Val. This is my channel. I produce TTRPGs for me and my friends. Please, did my closed captioning? No, that's just how much the lag is on the video. I looked at the stream and I was like, shit, that download is that's not good. That lag is not good. Please, if you're interested in joining my Discord, please go ahead and jump into Discord. Also follow me on Twitter. I have a forum up right now for an Avatar Legends game that'll be premiering in August. My friend Arnica is running, and I will also soon be casting for a Monster of the Week game that will take place during this time slot. Either I'm thinking September, just because I have stuff going on in August. I have 2 things premiering in August, so I figured this would just be better for September, where I'll be casting for a Monster of the Week game. So go ahead and join that. Follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff. But everyone else, where can we find you on the internet? What you doing in the next 7 days? All that good stuff. Y'all fight about it. Like John, go, John,
All
go,
right.
go.
Anyways, John. Hi. Okay, please stop. Hi, I'm John the Joker. I usually stream here on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I'm here on Wednesdays. I've been kind of dedicating to more of a recent events, just chatting political stream. So if you want to join for that and hang out, just go ahead and follow me here on Twitch. I also have the same Twitter handle if you want to follow me on that as well. Other than that, I don't really have anything else going on. So thank y'all for being here today. And hopefully the finale is going to be crazy.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimson Galaxy. That's KRIMSIN, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. And you can find me on Twitter at sin_gal, where I mostly just post about the games that I have upcoming and stuff like that. But this week you can find me on a number of games. This Friday, I'm actually going to be a part of a charity one-shot playing Blades in the Dark, raising money for no-kill shelters for cats. And that should be a good game. That's on... Crap, I can't remember. OD&D.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, on this Saturday, you can catch me back on twitch.tv/fantasygrounds playing Curse of Strahd. On Sunday, you can find me back over on Fool's Moon EI playing Call of the Netherdeep. And on Monday, you can find me playing Avatar Legends over at
Party Wipe Games.
Party Wipe Games. Yes, thank you. And then you can catch me back here on Wednesday for the finale.
And I am Ollie. You can find me on the internet on Twitter at Cryptid Delta. And on there I post everything that I'm doing, which is currently 2 actual plays that come out on alternating Wednesdays, one of which is D&D 5e, and I play a half-orc pirate captain. It's a lot of fun and right up my alley.
Oh my.
And the other one, I DM, just like in this one, a game of Terra Mahia, which is a game that I created, available for free on itch.io. If you like the weird-ass gods that you've seen in this, that's where they're from. And on Mondays, I make a podcast with my wife where we talk about stuff. This last Monday, we talked about One Piece. It was fun. I love it deeply.
All right, friends. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming and showing up. And we're because like there's not a lot of people left in chat. We're just not going to do a raid today. Otherwise, we will catch you next week. Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Wave. I'm
Later.
blind. We love you. It's great.